everybody out there in YouTube land? Jake of the One-Man Band is back again, and welcome to the 33rd Hunger Games simulation. And this time, well, we're kind of going a little bit old school. We have characters from World of Warcraft, the video game. Now, not just any characters, but the villains, the big baddies that are always out to destroy Azeroth and take down us as the heroes. So, from District 1, we have the Lich King and Kel'Thuzad, the Necromancer. From District 2, we have Deathwing and N'Zoth. From District 3, we have Kil'jaeden and Archimonde. The two Was it Eldar? No, it's not Eldarai. It's just Eldar. Yeah. They used to be the Draenei. Kind of like that. I'm sorry, I'm getting way too into it. Okay, District 4, we have Gul'dan and Tyrion Gorefiend. District 5, we have Manaroth and Grosh Hellscream. District 6, we have Mal'Ganis and Kel'Thas. From District 7, we have Cthulhu and Cho'Gall. District 8, we have Sargeras and Queen Azshara, power couple right there. From District 9, we have Ragnaros and Li Shen, the Thunder King. From District 10, we have Yogg-Saron and Helia, the, sort of the ruler of Hellscape, if you will. Helheim, I believe it is. From District 11, we have Omnyxia and Nefarian, the two big black dragons that were in World of Warcraft Vanilla, I believe. And in District 12, we have Xavius and Elisande. It's something like that. She's from Legion, and I haven't gotten that far in Legion yet, so if I butcher the names, if I'm butchering any of these names, I apologize, but I'm doing my best to pronounce them because I've really gotten to World of Warcraft, I've really gotten into the lore, and I love every single one of these characters. So, we're gonna see who out of them all is truly the best, and who will truly be the one to possibly conquer Azeroth. Well, let us proceed to the bloodbath. Alrighty, as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds, and the games begin. Nefarian and Sargeras fight over a bag. Sargeras gives up and retreats. Well, I mean, you're only like a god. You're a titan. I mean, he's only a dragon, but sure, yeah, give up, yeah. I see what you're doing, I'm seeing what you're doing. You're going to kill him later. You're just biding your time. Tyrion Gorefiend finds bags full of explosives. Queen Azshara runs away from the cornucopia. Ragnaros, N'Zoth, Helia, and Kil'jaeden form a suicide pact and killing themselves. Guys, it's only been 2 seconds. You're already killing each other? Jeez, man. Maybe they just didn't want to play the game. Kil'jaeden was probably just like, you know what? This is dumb. I'm just out. I'm going back to the Twisted Nether. And he killed himself. Ragnaros was probably just like, I don't care. N'Zoth, I don't know. Helia and is still a freaking an enigma to me because I don't know what she really got out of this. Maybe she just wanted to go back to Helheim and so she just killed herself. Who knows? I mean, 4 casualties. I didn't mention who I was going to be rooting for. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Who I'm going to be rooting for, let me go back to the actual reaping, because you can actually do that. Okay. I'm going to be rooting for the Lich King. Got to go for my boy Arthas. I'm going to go for, so the Lich King, Deathwing, and I believe I'll go with Cthulhu. Yeah, Cthulhu, the Lich King, and Deathwing. That's who I'm going for. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that I just kind of messed up the whole formula. I was just really eager to get into this game. So hopefully you guys have chosen 3 contestants and we will see who in fact wins and if one of your tributes win. So Gul'dan grabs a jar of fishing bait while Cho'Gall gets fishing gear. Ah, 2 of them working together. Not only in the game, but also in here. I see. Li Shen runs away from the cornucopia. The Lich King gathers as much food as he can. Kel'Thuzad finds a bag full of explosives. Kel'Thas runs away from the cornucopia. Manaroth runs away from the cornucopia. Elisande sounds like some sort of ice cream, but grabs a shovel. Xavius rips a mace out of Yogg-Saron's hands. Not a very easy task. Yogg-Saron is a tentacle monster, so you have to be pretty strong to do that. Garrosh Hellscream grabs a shovel because he sees that it's close to an axe, but not quite an axe. Deathwing runs away. Omnyxia runs away. Melganis runs away. Cthulhu runs away, and Archimonde grabs a sword. Okay, well, day 1 begins. The bloodbath is over. Yogg-Saron searches for a water source. Queen Azshara camouflages herself in some bushes. Gul'dan tends to Lei Shen's wounds. Don't trust Gul'dan, Lei Shen. He'll stab you in the back afterwards. Kel'Thas discovers a river. The Lich King sprains his ankle while running away from Archimonde. Jeez, man, it's probably just all that bulky armor that he's carrying. He's just like, oh, roll my ankle. Deathwing searches for a water source. Cthulhu overhears Cho'Gall and Elisande talking in the distance. Omnyxia thinks about home. Melganis tries to spearfish with a trident. Xavius stalks Kel'Thuzad. Manaroth sprains his ankle while running away from Sargeras. Wow. I mean, which ankle was it? He has 6. He's one of those kinds of demons that has like 6 legs. So it's like, which ankle was it? I mean, I'm pretty sure if it was one of the back ones, he might be in some trouble. Maybe if it was one of the middle ones, he might be able to get by. Garrosh Hellscream receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Oh no! You've given Garrosh his axe! Game over, man! He's gonna kill us all. Nefarian and Tyrion Gorfine diverts Tyrion Gorfine's attention and runs away. Or flies away, you know, depending. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Only the Suicide Pact ended up dying today. See, if you guys hadn't suicided yourselves, you guys would have actually probably lived through the day. Come on, man. None of these people want to win. Night 1. Garrosh Hellscream looks at the night sky. Queen Azshara questions her sanity. Not something I think that she would ever really do. She's a very confident person, so... Cho'Gall and Sargeras tell stories about themselves to each other. The Lich King, Omnyxia, and Cthulhu start fighting, but Omnyxia runs away as the Lich King kills Cthulhu! You just killed the freaking old god, Lich King, and one of my tributes! My tributes were killing each other. I hate it when they do that. Dang, man! Lich King is not taking anyone's crap today. Tyrion Gorfine throws a knife into Deathwing's chest. Must have been a very big knife. Deathwing isn't really small. Two of my tributes gone right now, so it's just the Lich King that I'm rooting for now. Tyrion Gorfine, you gotta watch out for that first ever Death Knight that was ever created. Man, he is a badass. Archimonde cooks his food before putting out his fire, because he's a responsible person. Nefarian fends Melganis, Kel'Thuzad, and Gul'dan away with his fire. Fire, because he's a dragon! Makes sense. Lei Shen and Kel'Thas tell stories about themselves to each other. Yogg-Saron is awakened by nightmares. Manaroth and Xavius sleep in shifts. And Elisa Dane... Is it Elisa Dane or Elisa Delay? Elisa Dane. I am not sure what her name is, and I'm sorry that I'm probably butchering it. Oh, the Warcraft fanboys are going to be coming for my head anytime now. But she loses sight of where she is. No, you shouldn't do that. Day 2. Tyrion Gorfine hunts for other tributes. Garrosh Hellscream diverts Xavius' attention and runs away. Not really something Garrosh would really do with running away, but he's probably not running away. He's advancing toward later victory is what he's doing. Sargeras scares Archimonde off. I'm your boss! Okay! He just runs away. Nefarian injures himself. Kel'Thuzad collects fruit from a tree. The Lich King, Manaroth, Omnyxia, and Elisandane raid Kel'Thas' camp while he's out hunting. He's probably like, "Aw, man, somebody stole my stuff. Man, that sucks." Melganis sees smoke rising in the distance. but decides not to investigate. Yogg-Saron thinks about home. Lai Shen stalks Cho'Gall. Gul'dan dies while trying to escape the arena. Such a fitting end to Gul'dan, the little weasel. And Queen Azshara receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. How much you want to bet Queen Azshara is the one that's just going to take the victory? 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cthulhu, Deathwing, and Gul'dan have all fallen in battle. 3 really big names in the Warcraft universe, all dead. Dang, man, and 2 of them were my tributes. That sucks, man. But I'm glad Gul'dan's dead. Nobody likes Gul'dan. Alright, the Lich King severely injures Kel'Thuz and leaves him to die. Aw, man. I didn't really want to go out like this. I was hoping I'd go out in a real nice, cooler way, maybe with an explosion. The reason why I'm talking like this is because if you've ever watched the Azerothian supervillains, it is some of the funniest World of Warcraft machinima you will ever watch. Kel'Thuzad is woken by nightmares. Garrosh Hellscream screams for help. Cho'Gall sets up camp for the night. Xavius receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Tyrion Gorfiend and Yogg-Saron talk about the tribute still alive. Manaroth receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Lots of explosives being thrown around. Nefarian sets an explosive off, speaking of explosions, killing Sargeras, Melganis, and Queen Azshara. Dang, man! You killed a demon, the Queen of the Naga, and the Master Evil Titan, so must have been some explosion, I mean. And Omnixia screams for help. Archimonde cooks his food before putting out his fire once again. Very, very responsible guy, Archimonde. Elisande looks at the night sky. Lai Shen cries himself to sleep. I'm so sad. The pandas have my home. That's what he's crying. Day 3. Omnixia hunts for other tributes. Xavius scares Kel'Thuzad off. The Lich King diverts Nefarian's attention and runs away. Yeah, you don't want to come across him. He's got explosives. He'll take you out. Tyrion Gorfiend and Lai Shen work together for the day. Garrosh Hellscream runs away from Elisande? I know I'm still butchering the name. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call her Elise. I'm going to call her Elise from now on. Cho'Gall practices his archery. I mean, he's a mage, but, you know, whatever boats your float. Archimonde explores the arena. Yogg-Saron receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. And Manaroth discovers a river. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance for Kel'Thuz, Sargeras, Melganis, and Queen Azshara have all fallen in battle. Man, it's kind of crazy. Big players once again are just cut out of the equation, and that's pretty much just going to be all this game is big players being cut out of the game. But still, it's just dang. Now, Lai Shen and Archimonde tell each other stories about themselves to each other during Night 3. Manaroth, Garrosh Hellscream, and Elise sleep in shifts. Yogg-Saron fends Kel'Thuzad, the Lich King, and Cho'Gall away with his fire. Yeah, I mean, he's a necromancer. Kel'Thuzad is a necromancer. The Lich King is kind of icy, and Cho'Gall, well, you know, fire hurts everyone. Tyrion Gorfiend looks at the night sky. Omnixia tries to treat her infection. Xavius and Nefarian tell stories about themselves to each other. So, what's up with you? Well, you see, I used to be a night elf, and then I, you know, made a pact with Sargeras, and now I'm a weird satyr guy. Huh, really? Yeah. And then I got turned into a tree. A tree? Yeah. Man, that's crazy. I could just imagine the stories they tell each other. Okay, day 4. The Lich King stabs Lai Shen with a tree branch. Not quite Frostmourne, but, you know, it's close enough. The stabbing part still happened. Man, the Lich King kills the Thunder King. Crazy, man. It's like a, you know, the brawl between the south, because Pandaria is in the south, and the Northrend, where the Lich King is, so. Manaroth runs away from Kel'Thuzad. Omnixia runs away from Elise. Tyrion Gorfiend questions his sanity. You should never do that, Tyrion. You should never do that. Archimonde steals from Xavius while he isn't looking. Cho'Gall makes a wooden spear. Garrosh Hellscream sprains his ankle while running away from Nefarian. Man, Garrosh, dude, you're like #1 orc warrior. Why are you spraining your ankle running away from a puny dragon? Shouldn't you be like fighting that dragon? And Yogg-Saron dies from hypothermia. Couldn't think an old god can do that, but you know, stranger things have happened. This is World of Warcraft. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Lei Shen and Yogg-Saron have all fallen in battle. Well, Yogg-Saron kind of fell from hypothermia, and Lei Shen was killed by a tree branch, so at least one of them fell in battle. Night 4. Manaroth and Xavius tell stories about themselves to each other. Once again, you know, I'm now a satyr, I was once a tree, all that good stuff. The Lich King quietly hums. Gonna kill everyone. That's what he's humming. Kel'Thuzad receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Archimonde thinks about home. Cho'Gall tries to treat his infection. Omnyxia sets up camp for the night. Tyrion Gorfine attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Garrosh Hellscream is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. He don't need it. He's Garrosh, you know, he's a pretty hardy guy. Elise receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor, and Nefarian tries to sing himself to sleep. Man, the twin black dragons are doing pretty good. Day 5, Archimonde injures himself. Manaroth receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. The Lich King falls into a pit and dies! No, Arthas, you were better than that. Come on, man. Jeez, man. Now who am I gonna root for? Let's see who's left. I'm just doing a quick look around, not like reading any of them, but out of like everyone, the only one I really know well is Garrosh Hellscream, and as much as he's just like, I don't like his character because he's just like, I hate everyone. I think I'm gonna go with Garrosh Hellscream. He's my number 4. So, let's see if Garrosh can pull this out. Garrosh Hellscream attacks Nefarian, but he manages to escape. Man, you scared me, Garrosh. You almost could have died. Omnyxia receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Kel'Thuzad tries to sleep through the entire day. Elise overpowers Cho'Gall, killing him. Wow, you overpowered a 2-headed ogre. Right, ogre. Yes, ogre. I'm sorry. I was confused there for a second, but nice. Overpowered an ogre and killed it. And Tyrion Gorfine stalks Xavius. Or Xavius, however you want to pronounce it. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cho'Gall and the Lich King both fallen in battle. The Lich King, literally. He fell into a pit and died. Frickin' Arthas, I swear to God, I'm gonna kick your butt. Night 5. Manaroth, Garrosh Hellscream, Archimonde, and Nefarian sleep in ships. Elise bashes Tyrion Gorfine's head in with a mace. She ain't messing around. She's like, I've tasted blood. Now I must kill them all. Just bash the first person's head in that she found. Omnyxia tends to Kel'Thuzad's wounds, and Xavius questions his sanity. The feast! The feast! We're going to the feast! Enough dancing. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. But who will go? Who will stay? Who will stay away? And who will fall? Let's see. Elise gathers as much food into a bag as she can before fleeing. Kel'Thuzad tracks down and kills Archimonde. Very nice. Not bad for a weird, scary necromancer guy. Nefarian decides not to go to the feast, and Garrosh Hellscream and Xavius decide not to go as well. Always a good idea. And Manaroth snaps Omnyxia's neck. Demon versus freaking Black Dragon. I want to see that in, like, animation. Freaking Manaroth. Freaking is crazy. Day 6. Kel'Thuzad and Manaroth track down and kill Elise. Well, I mean, you're going up against, you know, Necromancer and freaking Chief Demon. You're kind of outnumbered in many different ways. Garrosh Hellscream begs Nefarian to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Garrosh alive. Garrosh, you can still pull this off. Don't go asking for death. You can still win gloriously. Xavius receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Tyrion Gorefiend, Archimond, Omnixia, and Elisodane have all fallen in battle. Man, it's really coming down to the wire now, guys. Now we're just down to only a few. Night 6. Manaroth loses sight of where he is. Kel'Thuzad looks at the night sky. Xavius tends to Garrosh's wounds. And Nefarian sets up camp for the night. Not that much death. Day 7. Manaroth and Xavius split up to search for resources. Kel'Thuzad poisons Nefarian's drink. He drinks it and dies. So, Dragon is dead. Really, the only big threat now is Manaroth. And the fact that he's big. He is physically large. And Garrosh thinks about home. Are you talking about Orgrimmar or Outland? Because you're kind of from Outland first. You kind of adopted Orgrimmar as your home when you became like part of the Horde. But that's a story for another day. Night 7. Kel'Thuzad cooks his food before putting away his fire. Taking some tips and tricks from Archimond, I see. Once again, being very responsible. Xavius kills Garrosh Hellscream, but as he tries to run. Well, there it goes. There it goes. Garrosh is dead. All my tributes are gone. Okay, and Manaroth dies of dysentery. One of the biggest Big Chief Demon dies by crapping his pants way too much. Oh, the irony is definitely there. And Kel'Thuzad dies of... It's funny because he's already dead, so it's like he's already cold. Kel'Thuzad, why? Probably just like freezes fully. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Garrosh, Manaroth, and Kel'Thuzad have all fallen in battle. And the one who is left is Xavius from District 12. Holy crap, I did not expect him to win. But you know, I'm kind of alright with Xavius winning. I mean, he is like a big bad guy and nobody really likes him. But he messes with Malfurion a lot, and I don't like Malfurion. So, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Xavius winning. So, thus concludes the 30-second Hunger Games simulation. Please leave in the comments down below if your tribute won, or if they didn't win. Be sure to leave suggestions down below as well. I'm going to start to be getting into some of these suggestions you guys are leaving, and hopefully we can have some fun with them. So, until next time, my friends, I want you to be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, like and favorite if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you feel inclined to, and until next time, this has been Hunger Games Simulation! I'll see you next time.